Hello, and welcome to the 14th episode of Analyzing Fathers, the purpose of which is to take a deep dive into the life and parenting of fathers, both real and fictional, to see what, if anything, we as current and future fathers can learn from them. Today, we'll be taking a look at the parenting of Tom Dubois from the animated series, The Boondocks. Thomas Lancaster Dubois, called Tom for short, was born March 20th, 1973. Tom is a mild-mannered black lawyer who, along with his white wife Sarah and daughter Jazmine, lived next door to Robert, Huey, and Riley Freeman. Tom was an assistant district attorney before becoming a defense attorney. Tom is shown to be a loving family man who is very close with his wife and child. Tom is a driven and hard-working man as attested by his career choice and how he takes care of his family. Tom will do anything and everything required to care for his family. His hobbies include singing, playing the piano, and he even once dreamed of becoming a famous singer, though he doesn't have the actual skill for it. Not much is known about Tom's childhood or parentage, but we can make some educated guesses based on what we're shown. Tom's demeanor and attitude are that of someone raised in a decent household, likely with both parents. His involvement in the NAACP shows he was educated in some way on his black history and has some fondness for it. He was able to attend Princeton University, meaning he was either very smart and got a scholarship, or his parents were able to afford that price. Becoming a lawyer is not an easy thing. It requires dedication and drive, as well as intelligence. Tom has to have some level of all three to have succeeded. While attending Princeton, Tom played on the college basketball team, but he mostly warmed the bench. His most notable moment was being dunked on by Chris Webber. His lack of sports accomplishment, coupled with the influence of the classic film The Mighty Ducks, caused Tom to become a coach for the local youth basketball team. They lost every game for 2 years. As previously stated, Tom and his wife are active members of the NAACP. As Tom puts it, both of them have a strong understanding of the African American struggle. As a result of this, Tom's family are strong supporters of President Barack Obama during his initial campaign run. It's very clear that Tom's wife Sarah is very attracted to Obama, although Tom seems oblivious. While Tom upholds his stance of understanding the black plight, he is often shown to do things that go against the black community. For example, Tom takes the role of a prosecutor in the R. Kelly trials, much to the chagrin of everyone but Huey Freeman. Although Tom lost the case and an argument about said case against Riley Freeman, Tom did what he felt was right and saw it through, further displaying his drive and commitment to what is right. While intelligent and possessing his own mind at times, Tom can be very easily persuaded and has been shown to be eager to please his black friends, perhaps in an effort to make himself feel better subconsciously, as he has married a white woman and moved to the suburbs, but claims to be a part of the African American struggle. This is, of course, conjecture on my part. Although, we do see Tom temporarily convinced by Uncle Ruckus that he is a self-hating black man because Tom doesn't like black figures such as P. Diddy, Kobe Bryant, and Usher. Tom is depicted as a goober and a buzzkill in social situations due to his inability to lighten up. He is non-confrontational and skittish, oftentimes seeming downright cowardly. Tom is also a generally open-minded person and a proud Democrat. However, because he can't lighten up in social situations, Tom often tends to be subconsciously prejudiced despite his open-minded nature. At a very young age, Tom somehow saw a television series that showed violent prison grape. Because of this, Tom developed an irrational fear of going to prison and being anally graped. This fear kept Tom on the straight and narrow path, adhering to the law nearly to a fault. Tom refuses to take part in even the most minute of crimes, regardless of if they are even punishable by prison time. Tom, however, decides that he must face his fears by escorting a group of children on a scared straight trip to prison, during which trip a riot breaks out, prisoners take over, and Tom is nearly graped after abandoning the children. However, Tom overcomes his fear, fights back, and makes it out of the prison unmolested. Because of this ordeal, Tom decides to become a defense attorney so he can save people from anal grape instead of sending them to it. Tom's marriage is shown to be boring and predictable. Sarah seems to be dissatisfied with Tom because he is dull and cowardly, while Tom seems to find his wife insufferable. Her inner need for thrills and strong masculine figure leads Sarah to an obsession with famous black figures like Usher, Pretty Boy Flizzy, and President Barack Obama. When the couple was interviewed by Werner Herzog, he noted, quote, "It is often easy to tell when a couple hasn't engaged in marital relations for some time. That being said, their marriage is, for the most part, loving and stable. Tom is willing to do anything for his wife." At one point, recruiting Pretty Boy Flizzy to help him. Together, the two conspired to have Tom put on a show of dominance in front of Sarah that resulted in Sarah finding newfound respect and arousal for Tom, improving their marriage. With his daughter Jazmine, Tom has a close and loving relationship. Tom shelters her quite a bit, as most fathers do with their daughters, but Jazmine loves her father dearly and will go into a panic at even the slightest hint that her father is in trouble. And while it often results in Jazmine overreacting or making the situation worse, it speaks volumes about Tom's parenting that his child loves him that much. That being said, Jazmine, like her mother, is obsessed with certain celebrities to the point that betraying her father is okay. For example, at one point, Sarah kicks Tom out of the house and is considering divorce because Usher has shown interest in her. Jazmine doesn't seem fazed by the possible divorce if Usher becomes her stepdad. This and similar incidents are rare and far in between, however, and Jazmine is generally shown to be good-natured, sweet, and having a strong attachment to her father. So what can we, as future and current fathers, learn from Tom Dubois? Facing our fears. As irrational as Tom's fear of being anally raped in prison was, it was still a legitimate fear for him. Many adults suffer with fears caused by some childhood trauma, and less will ever be able to identify the cause of the fear. Even less than that will be willing to face those fears and attempt to overcome them. Tom did. The road to overcoming was rocky, and he made questionable choices. But in the end, Tom stood as a man, faced his fears, and overcame them. In the process, learning about himself, growing as a person, and discovering his purpose as a defense attorney. We as fathers should strive for the same. Face those demons, fight those fears, become the fullest versions of yourself, and then teach your children the same. Tom may not have been a brave man or an exceptional man in much of anything, but he was an amazing father, and he was willing to work hard and sacrifice for what he believed in. Because of this, Thomas Dubois succeeded as a father. Thank you for watching this episode of Analyzing Fathers. Please like and subscribe, and comment below any fathers you'd like to see analyzed in future episodes, both real and fictional. In the next episode, we'll be taking a look at the parenting of Mufasa from the Disney animated films.